Welcome to the Squared Circle, everybody, right here on the Voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. Justin.
What a week of pro wrestling, Joe.
It honestly was, and Dom is on assignment.
Here. Yeah.
He's on assignment. But we just started doing a lot of fun things that Dom's kind of helming, I guess you could say. We're all over social media now.
Yeah.
We're everywhere. Yes, we are woken. We have some woken wisdom.
Where can they find us, Joe?
They can find us on Facebook and Instagram.
Nice. And we're going to get a Twitter going, too.
We're going to get a Twitter very soon because Dom is very big into the tweets. Now, we always had these things, but we're really trying to get them up and going again.
I'm trying to do a daily thing. I got to do it for today as far as this day in wrestling history. I pick something that was cool that happened 10, 15 years ago and give a little backstory to it.
I mean, and I just kind of do big things or big topics so you guys can go on there and discuss what you like, what you want to see, what you want us to talk about. So it's a lot of fun. You can find us on Facebook at Squared Circle 903, or you can just look up the Squared Circle Radio Show. We come up. And I believe it's the same exact thing on Instagram, the Squared Circle Radio 903. So it's a lot of fun. We can't wait to really start unveiling this, get our Twitter going, and really blast this away.
Get some followers, so follow us.
So follow us, engage, let us know, what do you like to hear, why do you want to hear it, what do you think of professional wrestling, what do you think of our posts? So it's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait to continue doing this.
But we got to get to it.
We got to get right into it.
We got a jam-packed program.
And we always, because we're in the meat of wrestling season right now, the road to WrestleMania. We are 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks actually.
And
because
there's a lot of good stuff leading up to this. Of course, the NXT show.
The NXT shows are looking amazing.
It's going to be a jam-packed couple of 3 or 4 weeks. But let's talk about last week's Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown. The highlight for me, of course, Monday Night Raw was the Ultimate Deletion, where we finally got to see the Hardy compound. We got Matt Hardy, woken Matt Hardy, taking on Bray Wyatt, and this was so fun. It was everything you hope for and more.
Absolutely.
The budget, was a little more increased because you went from TNA to WWE, and obviously WWE has a
much bigger budget.
I loved every single thing about this. The outcome was great. The little cameos from Brother Nero. That was fun to see, and apparently he's backstage tonight on Raw, so maybe we'll see him.
Hopefully we get some cool stuff from him.
Yeah, but I loved all of this. To me, that was the highlight of the show. We also got a setup between John Cena taking on Kane when John Cena was calling out Undertaker.
Tonight we'll see John Cena and Kane smack off, which, I think it's going to be. I think it has the opportunity to be interesting, depending on what goes on. I think it's got a good dynamic to it. You could definitely see the Undertaker getting involved in a very interesting way. Hopefully, he's the American Badass.
I don't see the Undertaker if he's either going to appear only at WrestleMania or the week before WrestleMania.
Right.
You're not going to see him tonight.
He'll appear. He'll do what Sting did. A year or two ago now. That Sting had with Triple H call out Sting, and he would kind of just you'd see the thing on the promo would be I accept your challenge.
Yeah.
Or you'd see dummies, mind games going on, and maybe, later on you'll see maybe the Undertaker come back if he really is coming back, but I don't think you'll see much of him.
Until Mania.
Yeah, until Mania when he comes out.
Hopefully on a motorcycle.
They might even troll us and he won't even come out. Who knows?
Nah, it's not going to happen. But anything else, highlights from Monday Night Raw?
Roman Reigns got the hell beat out of him in the morning. In the beginning of the show because, of course he's kayfabe suspended from the show.
That was a stupid opening because Roman Reigns beat up police officers.
Right, so he should have a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah.
He beat up U.S. Marshals. The FBI should be looking for him. But whatever, it's wrestling, so we're okay.
And then Brock came out once Roman was handcuffed and gave him some suplexes.
And I have to say, my dad said it perfectly, that it is brutal that Brock can just beat whoever he wishes, and he gets no repercussions at all for any of this. There's nothing these guys can do to him in WWE. He shows up, he beats the hell out of somebody, he leaves. We won't see him this week.
Yeah.
There's no way he's on TV tonight.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything.
There's no chance. But I'm not saying confirmedly, but I'm saying there's no chance in my mind that he shows up.
Speaking of beatings, though, Roman was throwing some elbows at those jobbers. who are playing
Dude,
U.S. Marshals.
You really gave him the works.
I mean, that's what wrestling used to be back in the day when you just had an enhancement talent come in because you weren't going to see them. They were just hired locally, and you could physically assault them. And you got no repercussion from them or Vince or whoever.
Because that's what they signed up for.
Yeah, and, they liked it because it was exposure for them.
Right, they're on TV.
I miss that. I miss just like the Steiner brothers just clotheslining people and just annihilating them. But anything else happen on Raw standing out as far as,
Alexa Bliss and Asuka, 100% going down. Kurt Angle.
Is that happening
Kurt
tonight?
Angle confirmed at Mania that Alexa Bliss... Wait, did I say Asuka?
Yeah.
Oh, I meant Nia Jax. She wrestled Asuka.
Yes.
Alexa Bliss wrestled Asuka. Alexa Bliss was disqualified via countout.
Which was good. I like that.
And then Nia comes out and beat the living hell out of Mickie James, who apparently has gone full heel with Alexa Bliss.
Why?
And now Alexa versus Nia is confirmed for WrestleMania.
Nice. I think that's a good build-up. I'm liking the story. I mean, I've heard some backlash online as far as, they're fat shaming. But it's a storyline. Obviously, Nia's
Worse
cool
has
with
been
it.
done.
Yeah.
Remember Piggy James?
Yeah.
that was real.
Yeah, that was like actual, trying to bully someone. I think, Nia and Alexa Bliss are real good friends in real life. I'm sure they have no problem with this.
No.
Maybe the writers talked to Nia Jax. I don't know if it was her idea.
They probably told her,
it's wrestling, man.
It's wrestling. And you know what? And nowadays, wrestling, they're all so aware of what's going on. They had to have known, she had to have known beforehand, hey, this is what we're going to do to you. And she must have been like, okay,
do you want a match at WrestleMania, or do you want to not be
Or do you want to be on the Not Fabulous Moolah Women's Battle Royale?
So I would take getting fat shamed and get that WrestleMania payday, which is where most wrestlers make a majority of their money.
A ton of cash. So there you go. And that's one of the reasons Neville walked out, who apparently... Here goes into the next thing happening in Raw. They're saying that Neville might be Braun Strowman's tag team partner.
That'd be interesting.
So I would love to see that. You have the giant monster of a man, Braun Strowman, and the human freak show that can jump 100 miles an hour and do all these awesome things. Mm-hmm. It'd be awesome to see.
Who else would you potentially like to see as Braun's partner? I like the idea of
There's
Neville.
Too many people.
Do you go with a kind of, Brothers of Destruction, have two big guys?
Well,
I've heard Big Cass and I've heard Samoa Joe.
Big Cass, Samoa Joe. Another big one that he apparently has signed with WWE, and he is currently getting ready for his push or his comeback to the roster, Bobby Lashley, who is the biggest guy you could humanly think of. If you look at him, he is a muscle
Is he
machine.
bigger? I mean, as far as muscles go,
yes, he's bigger than Braun Strowman. He is bigger than Brock Lesnar, hands down.
As far as muscles go.
Muscles.
I don't think he's bigger than Braun Strowman.
Not height-wise. I'm talking like muscle-wise.
Yeah, he's a big cat.
That guy cannot rest his arms on his legs.
Yeah, he is.
His biceps are huge.
I mean, I was never a fan of Lashley.
I would never mess with him.
I mean, the highlight for Lashley is when he teamed up with our president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, at WrestleMania 23, Battle of the Billionaires, when Umaga, the late great Umaga, teamed up with Vince McMahon, and the winner...
who was an awesome performer.
Umaga was so underrated.
I love watching Umaga.
And they kind of gave him, the stereotypical Samoan, like...
But it was perfect. It was awesome.
It was cool.
Steamrolled people. It was cool. That spike, how did that not hurt people?
He was a bad mother.
He was. But I'd love to see Bobby Lashley come out soon, and if he was with Braun Strowman, you'd see basically Brothers of Destruction, total annihilation with the two of them.
Yeah.
Who else could you potentially put with
I mean,
Braun
do they
Strowman?
go the joke route where Braun's like, I could choose anyone, and then he chooses, I was saying like a James Ellsworth, like kind of like a hornswoggle. He's like, I could beat you with
one person made a joke saying that he'd pick Alexa Bliss. Because apparently the Mixed Match Challenge, they want to actually bring into actual wrestling. Because apparently people like it.
Yeah.
So, whatever it is, it is. I think it'd be interesting to see him pick someone who is a high flyer. You know, to contrast
cool
his...
dynamic.
So like a Neville would be really cool to see. Someone who's willing to go above and beyond. Or maybe like, what's his name? Alexa Bliss's actual fiance, who was just on the 205 Live tournament. I forgot his name.
I don't know.
This is why we need Dom. He knows these things. We miss you, Dom.
Well, either way, I don't see Braun Strowman being a tag team wrestler. I hope Cesaro and Sheamus win this match. I highly doubt it's going to happen. But Braun Strowman, I mean, the guy was in main event matches. He's clearly, part of the future of the heavyweight division as far as winning the title.
Buddy Murphy, I believe.
Buddy Murphy, what a generic name.
Yeah, he's really good at wrestling, though.
All right, I mean, that's obviously not going to happen. But let's move on to the final deletion. You liked everything about it. That was the main event of the program.
I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was a very interesting take on what's going on with Matt Hardy. And like I said, now I think you're going to really see a kickstart in his Woken universe, which is going to be a lot of fun to see.
And now the rumor is that Braun is going to come back with a different persona.
Not Braun.
I mean, Bray Wyatt.
Well, the rumor is that the creative wants Bray to drop the Eater of Worlds kind of thing and go in a new direction. And apparently Bray Wyatt is not on board with this idea because he feels that he's put too much time and effort into it. And, of course, it's the idea also that, who helped him create the Eater of Worlds?
Was it Dusty Rhodes?
Dusty Rhodes. So,
listen,
he's like, I don't want to give something like that up because I've worked so hard for it and I've had so much help over the years with it, and I wouldn't want to, discourage someone's memory because I remember I watched something of Dusty Rhodes actually talking about before he died about helping Bray Wyatt, and he just told him,
I'm going to help you, Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, I'm going to help you. And he was just like, you got to stay true to your character no matter what anyone says. Just be your character. Just go with your character, and people will either love it or hate it. And I guess he's taking that really to heart at this point in time because he just wants to keep at that character.
Well, the thing is, you got to evolve with the times. Yeah. Look, Bray Wyatt's been compared to The Undertaker for obvious reasons. And Undertaker, if we look at his character, he started out as a slow-walking, sort of a zombie Frankenstein monster type of guy.
Yep.
And then he slowly evolved, added new elements to his repertoire as far as his moveset, took on more of an MMA style, then he became the American Badass. And then he went back to the Dead Man. So Bray can always evolve with his time.
And go back.
This character is stale. It's the stalest character in the company. It started off so good. I remember being the biggest Bray Wyatt supporter. His promos were so good, but he's been doing the same thing week in and week out. I'm the Eater of Worlds, and he always loses too.
Well, the other idea is that people might say that he could come back still as the Eater of Worlds, but as a Woken Warrior for Matt Hardy. So you could add him to Matt Hardy's
stable.
Yeah, to add him to his arsenal of people like Senor Benjamin and Vanguard One. You just add Bray Wyatt into that group.
That was some funny stuff.
Would be very interesting to see. I think it'd be kind of cool to see Bray Wyatt kind of just turn over and become Matt's best friend on TV. I'm
all for stables. I'm a huge fan of when they get people together, whether it's the NWO, Evolution, DX.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest Shield fan.
And you know what it also is too is that you have a lot of really good stables that are coming up soon too. Mm-hmm. Where you mentioned NXT really quickly. The Dusty Rhodes Classic, also mentioning Dusty Rhodes, is this is amazing tag team battles going on right now. It's
I gotta check it out.
Incredible matches that are going on, and it shows that WWE has a thriving tag team scene coming in the up and coming. And honestly, when you have a team like Sanity that's coming up soon, they're coming up to the main roster soon. It's going to happen.
Well, hopefully they're all brought up together.
Hopefully.
I wish
people are saying that they think that Bray Wyatt might become the leader of Sanity, which I wouldn't want to see. I want to see Eric Young
Eric Young is doing a good job.
And he's older now, so he can take more of a leader-ish role and let Killian Dane and Alexander Wolf do most of the wrestling.
Yeah.
He could have him be a manager for them or wrestle if he needs to. But I wouldn't want to see Bray Wyatt wrestle with them. I'd want to see Bray Wyatt actually against them. I think that'd be a very cool match.
You could have two sort of freakish stables going
like the Woken Warriors, like Matt, Jeff, and Bray Wyatt versus Sanity of Wolf, Young, and Dane.
Eventually,
cool to see
I wouldn't mind if they combined, have one large stable. There used to be stuff like that back in the Undertaker had his Ministry of Darkness, and he had the Acolytes, he had Viscera, he had Midian, Edge, and Christian were all part of this one group, the Ministry of Darkness, which I would love to see, a huge stable kind of take over the company, kind of throw a wrench into
it'd be pretty interesting to see, but you know what? It's all stuff that's up and coming. We have no idea when any of it's happening. Hopefully soon, Sanity gets called up because they've done everything you can do in NXT. Hopefully soon, AOP, another team, gets called up.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. This is the second time in a single
Joe's
day.
microphone fell. Now he's like Mr. Kennedy. He's holding the microphone.
Kennedy!
So for me, I just want to talk quickly about the broken or the Woken match. The highlight to me was when Matt was looking at the chair of wheels and the mower of lawns. That was some funny
Did you
stuff.
see that what people have online that's like get a girl that looks at you like Matt Hardy looks at the mower of lawn?
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's really funny. There's the screw. This is a mess.
It's like Braun Strowman came